YouTube, what's the word? It's your boy Mack, back with another reaction. Okay, this is an early video. It's 9 in the morning right now. My wife just left off to work. I'm in the crib chilling today. So I got a video here, you know what I'm saying? In the morning, I like to just smoke my herbal essence, and occasionally I'll turn on a nice Manosphere video. I'm in a committed relationship, loving relationship, and we don't really necessarily deal with the problems and issues of this relationship. That's mainly why, you know what I'm saying, I can't speak for why she chose me, but I can speak for why I chose her, because she struck me as different in this world full of city girls. She was my nice little, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? My little Alicia. My little Alicia Keys. Even though Alicia Keys took Sweet Beats from his family, whatever, so they say. That's not the topic here. But I still can enjoy Manosphere, right? This video here is a roundtable talk from the MALLBLACK Everything Show. MALLBLACK Everything Show. As you can see, I was already on here. I had to give him a dislike because it's not making sense. I left some comments. Anybody see this, go read those, go check those out. Right? I decided to do this reaction because I put this video on. It was a roundtable discussion that included both black men and women, right? So I just wanted to see a balance. Not even balance. I just wanted to see the conversation, like see what they're talking about, right? And off the bat, dude in the middle, he gets it. He understands Manosphere. Dude on the left, he don't understand at all. Lady on the right, don't understand at all. And she herself don't realize that she's pretty much proven Kevin Samuels right just by like the way she's going. She don't even hear how she's contradicting herself, how she's not even based in reality, right? So like I was saying, me and my shorty discovered Kevin Samuels. When he went viral, that's when we got real serious. We both were still living at our parents'. But now this is our crib. We got our own crib. We've been together for a year, you know what I'm saying? We got our own spot. We doing our thing, right? Because we both don't operate how, I don't really operate how a lot of dudes operate today. Like, I'm not trying to be super controlling, player, untrustworthy. Neither is she. Like, we understand. Like, we both in our 20s. We try and make sure by the time we in our 40s, neither one of us got to work, and we could just enjoy our time on this earth, raise our children, right? So we both working, both put in that work, put in that pain. That's why I'm trying to get this YouTube cranking up, man. Like and subscribe for your boy, man. I'm telling you, once y'all get to know the personality, y'all gonna mess with me. You'll see what I got on. It's my favorite brand. But I'm gonna get to this video, man. I feel like I'm chatting. I just feel like I'm chatting. I'm just saying, like, I agree with a lot of what Kevin Samuels is saying. And that's partially why I'm with the women I'm with today, because the qualifications that I had, that I said, for a woman that I'm going to take serious and want to marry and want to have children, there's certain qualifications, you know what I'm saying, in this modern world. And she damn near checked off everything. Her attitude might be a little crazy, but at least she's a woman of accountabilities. And we both know when we doing too much. You know what I'm saying? When a fight or argument is going down, sometimes we just gotta step back, take a breather, separate, walk away, instead of just keep going. Like you know what I'm saying? Too busy. We both trying to win. We understand in an argument, if you both trying to win, somebody's gonna get hurt. Period. Because you gonna be throwing the balls. But I'm chatting at this point. I'm about to spark my trees. I already been watching this, but I'm gonna start it all over just so y'all can get my reaction. Because I'm like watching it, and I'm too busy reacting in the comments. You feel me? Like, I'm like, man, let me make me a YouTube video. You feel me? Like, you feel me? So we gonna go ahead and start that up.
children do you have?
3. And 3 baby daddies, and they all gay bang.
So what do you want as an outfit?
I just did a reaction to that video.
I want somebody that's loyal. It's really hard to find loyalty nowadays. You really can't find it at the next corner or none of that.
Right.
Like these men now.
Hold on. Loyal to what end? Like a husband? What are you talking about?
I want a husband. I want to get married.
What do you do for a living?
I'm like, I already kind of reacted to this video. I already saw it. So let me just.
Right.
These is the hosts right here.
Okay, so
Baby daddies.
with that story there, it's just,
Right. I mean, there's just so many. It just.
I don't know. I
But
don't.
of course, shout out to them. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
I'm right down the middle
They're
with how I
still
feel about Kevin Samuels. But I am leaning more towards
Content
I don't
creators.
like the
So
guy.
shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no personal hate. I just disagree
Videos like
with
that
this.
just
I don't
kinda
know them
make you
personally,
look
so I don't personally
better
dislike them.
Then
That
maybe we
part.
think,
I just ain't like
we
this
think
video
about
already.
Kevin Samuels.
That was an alley-oop.
So Kevin Samuels is one of those people that has made his mark on the internet by basically telling women, you are horrible.
That's not true.
Okay, let me finish. And also,
No, I'm not gonna let me finish. I'll let you finish after this. That's not true. As a person who's watching it, what made me like Kevin Samuels' content is, as a man in America, bro, you get so saturated with so much anti-men stuff from commercials, TVs, cartoons, like, you know what I'm saying? Talk shows, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no counter to the Maury show, you know what I'm saying? There's no counter to the craziness that happens on Jerry, you know what I'm saying? These divorce courts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Those episodes where the women are terrible, they don't get as much viral replay, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a breath of fresh air. It's like we live in a world where, especially with the internet, it's like women head, like kind of their egos and pride got way bigger than when I was a child. Not necessarily saying like in just a negative way. Of course you should believe in yourself, not play no games, but it's like the entitlement amongst women, specifically from our community, is kind of insane. Because we all like, I peeped this when I was a little kid, right? I go, why do so many girls that look like me require men that look like them to have the success in this country that men that look like us don't typically have, based on just the history of this country? We know why. I'm like, if most of our great-great-grandparents were able to keep their businesses and keep their land, more black people would be probably well way off. Like, but don't get it twisted. Like, we're not all poor, down and out, stressed out on government assistance. That's not a reality, right? So that's not a reality. But I'm gonna let him keep going, because I feel like I'm just going on a tangent.
letting men know that if you got a little money, you got a little more leeway on the way that you can act.
But is Kevin Samuels, they say that? Women say that. Women would literally say they stuck with a dude through the BS because of his money. Women would sleep with married men because of his status, his fame, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women throw themselves at famous people all day, every day. Like, it happens. It happens. You know what I'm saying? No, like, Kanye West made a song about gold diggers. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? TLC made Scrubs. They don't want no average, broke dude trying to figure it out. Nah. And then Kanye, a successful man, said he don't want no gold diggers. I don't want no shorty who just want me because I have money. But women enabled that. Not Kevin Samuels. Come on now. Men go, we look, oh, women act better towards the man who got the nicer car, the nicer home, more money, more popular. As a young boy, you see that. You know what I'm saying? They not, the little girls ain't, when you in elementary, middle school, high school, the girls, they ain't rushing to the average dude. You know what I'm saying? Street dudes, the athletes, the fly guys. And then, you know, you're funny, regular guys after that. You know what I'm saying? They come fourth and fifth. Funny, regular, you know, you come last. You come after the athletes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They might find you cute. Because that was me. They'll find you cute, but they probably not gonna date you or nothing because they want to date somebody of stature in school or just in general, especially this social media wave. A chick, if she just think you cute, yeah, she might mess with you. But if you don't got all of this criteria, she's not gonna want to be your lady. Like, she doesn't want to be tied socially to you. You know what I'm saying? So I say women did that, not Kevin Samuels.
With your women. That's an overview. Your dissertation, please.
Man, I don't know if we got enough time for this one.
We got a little time.
I think. Wow. All right. Well,
You're a fan. Let's say it like that. You're a fan of Kevin Samuels.
I'm a fan of God, but I'm a fan of truth, and I do feel like.
Okay.
Right, it's
I
all
feel
about
like you can
truth.
make the
Like,
argument
forget
about his
Kevin Samuels.
delivery,
It could
but I
be
think a lot of
the
what he
manosphere
says
consists
is
of
a
more than
harsh
just Kevin
reality
Samuels,
of
and they
life.
all giving the same talking points.
I understand he may,
So he giving you a pill from across the room with a slingshot. It's good for you, but it's gonna hurt.
Well, he's bringing. I mean, there's a lot of videos stuff of women bashing men, and we're used to taking that. Oh, you're broke. You don't got this. You got this.
Okay.
But you see a lot.
I literally said on TikTok today, our women have created nicknames for us. Bottom of the barrel, shooting bag, body bags, Pookies and Ray Rays and all that. They created names, the derogatory names for black men, our own women. There's no derogatory term that black men collectively call black women. They can't give you one but the B word. And we said we would say female, but now you can't even call women female, like, out of anger no more. You can't even do that no more because they feel like that's offensive. But they could call us bottom of the barrel and, least common denominator, all types of offensive shit. And I'd just be like, damn, like, your folks come from the same place. Like, why do you feel like you can speak like that? But then dudes can't even be like, I just want a girl who's fit, feminine, who listens, not argumentative. Nah. Go off, bro. Go off.
Videos when women want the guy that makes six figures, has a six-pack, all these things. It's like, okay, great. Okay, we can all want what we want.
What do you bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table? A lot of times it's a lot of who I can plant, I can cook, and what he's trying to explain is, well, a lot of people can do that. What are the things what makes you feel entitled to this type of person? Because how they're doing it is
She calls high quality? What is it?
high value.
High value.
But women, and this is not all women, but there's women that will put down the working man making $50K, the plumbers and such. They want the athlete,
They
they
shit
want the
on
millionaires and all
janitors,
that. So
garbage
anyone
man.
that's not making this, they can't
Like,
afford
come
it.
on, train drivers.
Right. So the thing
these
is,
jobs,
I
these
feel
are jobs that make great money, but women will still belittle them because it's no popularity to having these jobs. Like, you walking in a club or walking down the block, people not excited to see you. You know what I'm saying? So unless you very, very successful and you're very, very rich, then they'll consider it. You've been doing it, you got your own business, and you've been doing it for a long time, and they see you pushing something nice, then they'll act right. But if they just think you're just a regular plumber, just regular electrician, regular construction worker, regular train driver, they won't bat an eye. Unless you go and spend your money on things such as a nice home, nice car, jewelry, clothes, be willing to spend on her, then they'll act right.
who want the best, you got to put yourself in a position to provide the best. And I think sometimes there's a disconnect where sometimes women think that they should dictate the things that a man should value in a woman. It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a woman values.
Always. That's one thing you peep that since a kid. Like, that's why I'm happy. I'm built. I'm tall. I'm 6'3". You know what I'm saying? Waves on swim. You know, a little facial hair. Women like that. You know what I'm saying? Women appreciate that. I have more of an abundance of women than an average guy, say 5'8", chubby, no money, no real ambition. You know what I'm saying? Women can have standards, men can't. Long story short.
And that can take care and be a provider. Well, we value looks. We value your body type, being in shape.
What do you have to say about
It's a lot.
Sir Kevin Samuels?
I think you can see that in
Yeah?
my eye. The
You don't like
fire
Ashy elbows,
A lot of truth.
within.
smoke. Of course.
What are your
Of
thoughts on
course, she not gonna like him. She look overweight. She don't really She don't look good, you know what I'm saying? She probably a little older. She probably have children. You know what I'm saying? Like, those women tend to not agree. And you know, like, rich dudes ain't rushing to you in your DM. You get a bunch of thirsties, and women don't differentiate between a man, you know what I'm saying? If they got a bunch of dusties on them, they'll convince themselves that Michael B. Jordan and Chris Brown and all of them is somewhere in that DM as well. They'll tell themselves that.
My thoughts on
I know Sweetie and LMA is not in my DM. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how wavy I think I am. I'm still based in reality. They is not in my DM. They is not checking for me. They don't got, that's not a slight to me. They don't know I exist. You know why? I'm not on their stature. I'm not on their level. Women who's not on these dudes' level just think they can get them just because they say they want them. Like, I could say I want Sweetie. I could say I want Cash Doll. Come on, bro. What man don't want them? Does that mean they gonna fuck with me just because I want them? No, they gonna look at me. Do I meet the criteria? No. Whatever the criteria is, I know I don't meet it. But you know why? Because they not my shorty now. You know what I'm saying? They not looking for me. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all that. They not looking for me.
Samuel
A lot of time I think
is who are you? Who gave you the right? And you're not a real man.
really.
Sign language. Once again, a man can't say the type of woman he wants, but a woman is able to tell a man if he's a real man or not. Huh?
Not a real one.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay? So a real one understands that when you are in a relationship with someone, the best and most optimal relationship is one that you grow in.
Got you.
You grow into love. You grow into marriage.
And Kevin Samuels is also, is he not divorced?
He's divorced currently.
He's
He's
divorced.
divorced. So he
Was married.
it didn't work out for him.
But the thing is, it's like niggas, they think they discovered something, right? He said it like, yo, I was married young. Like, it wasn't like I was just married. This is way before. I'm obviously in a more mature place with my mom. I'm 50 years old now. You think 30 years old me, 20-year-old me, as mature in my brain as 50-year-old me? Come on. Now you're just being disingenuous and you're looking for justification to silence him. Like, that's not good enough for me. To me, that means nothing. It means to tell me he at least tried. He tried. Come on.
How you gonna tell me how to get to Disneyland if you ain't never been to Disneyland?
Well, that's
Please speak on
That don't
that
make no
because
sense, bro.
it's a situation.
Because you can always just ask for directions. Like, what are you talking about? You don't need to have been to Disneyland to tell me how to get to Disneyland. That don't make no sense, bro. Logically makes no sense. Like, that's a terrible analogy. Terrible.
Right? This is what happens with sometimes when our men get to a certain level and look a certain kind of way that they think that they can just shoot their mouth off
Right.
about black women and what they got to offer and what you don't know.
Never mind the fact that he literally built his platform on talking about black men. Like, he didn't build it on women. He was already getting these 100K views, you know, a couple thousand, tens of thousands of subscribers. Like, so his platform was already created. He already had an audience. It's once he went viral for that specific video is when things changed. And I don't even believe that was the first video he did on the topic of women. It's just somebody clipped that up, threw it on World Star, and it did what it did, and now here we are.
Okay, let's talk about the young lady with the baby daddy. She sound real dumb, right? I will concede
Definitely
that
categorized
point.
herself.
But as a woman, you don't realize and understand what has happened and what she has seen growing up, what her relationship was with her father, what her socioeconomic background
Excuses.
is that has warped her thinking.
Excuses. You see what I mean? Like, as a man, you got to take all of that into play. But they got no problem calling you broke, dusty, ashy. Even if they don't know you actually do well for yourself, they don't care. They'll still call you all of that. It's just listening to women sometimes just be so contradictory and hypocritical.
And so, because you've seen his
I've seen a lot.
episode,
Right.
does he take that route? Does he say, does he take in consideration that people's upbringing, background, education, family situation have
he
made them
asks if
this
they
way?
But he's
parents
not,
are married.
he's not talking about the black women who are doing the things that you've done to be married. He's talking
Right.
about the type of women that put down other men and they're not good enough because they're not making X amount of money, and they're basing off of that. And what he's trying to educate those type of women. It's not all women. All women don't apply. There's a lot of women that he doesn't.
But the women he talks to,
The ones that
generally,
call in.
are the people
who lack accountability, and
Right.
and that has been, and again,
Like,
it's
what
not all
about-
women, but there's been an issue. A lot of women.
just the women he spoke to, right? Because
Right, 'cause
I saw him come on in the club talking about all ugly people, blah blah blah.
Right.
Well, you ain't talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and
Maybe he talking.
and that's
He's
the
trying to
point
be
that
the
I'm making.
comic
Like I said,
relief, but it's not
accountability
hitting.
is high. All he's trying to bring light to, and his ways can be a bit harsh at times, but bring light that you should see value in everyone. There's more to. If you have, here's the reality, right? There's a thing that he talks about called sexual marketplace value. A lot.
Sexual marketplace value.
Of course, the
Yeah.
ugly shorty don't want to
Sexual
hear about
marketplace value.
But it's the
What is
truth.
sexual
How
mar-
is it the truth?
What is
Okay,
sexual?
good.
I left a comment in there too. Let me read my comment real quick. I said people hear sexual market value and get confused, but the concept of wanting someone out of your league is as old as human existence. Yeah, SMV is basically who you can get, what caliber of people deem you attractive and will pursue a relationship with you. You get women get to live in their naiveness. Men, you get the wake up call early in your life. Elementary school, middle school, when you want that girl and she don't want you, like she don't think you as cool as her, fly as her, as everybody else. That's for some dudes, because obviously some dudes were that guy from a young age, and a lot of dudes would tell you that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real thing. So the concept of SMV is a real thing. It's like what would deem you as attractive? What makes you attractive to someone else? You don't decide your value. You can improve your value, but you don't decide it. Someone else, what they deem you as. Oh, okay, that person look good, nice fit. Okay, they dress nice, got a nice car, got a nice job. They doing well for themselves. Very educated when they speak. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. But you act like that concept is like it's the reason why the dudes you dubbed in your life, you dubbed them. There's a reason why you're not dating them. You didn't want to. Why? It was a reason why. It wasn't just you didn't want to. It's obvious specific reasons. Like, nah, not that one. Even if it's no specific reason, it might just be I don't get the feeling. That's kind of still a reason. Like I don't get that feeling from you. I don't really look at you like that. Like you don't give me that. Sex market value. This person, you're not deemed attractive to this person. So your value is it's hard to, it's no measurement. It's real base. It's just based on attractive. Like dating someone out of your league. The concept, the nerd getting the cheerleader. That's someone, he's dating someone out of his league. You get what I'm saying? Or the Glee Club girl dating the football player. Out of your league, you know what I'm saying? That's the concept of out of your league. Sex market values. Who finds you attractive? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Good question.
Please elaborate on that.
Well, as far as what we deem as a value and attractive, to the opposite sex, what we value versus what a woman values in a man.
So how does it go up?
It's based off a lot of things. Like we all look different, right?
So
Not everyone has access.
So I have a sexual marketplace value.
For women, sure.
How do I find
Sure,
out what
bro.
that is?
Well, it's
by the caliber of women you can get, bro. Is Sweetie hitting you up trying to see what you're doing on Tuesday, bro? No. But is Susie the little fun thing from the gym? You know what I'm saying? Little athletic joint, she hitting you up? Yeah. So that's your value. You know what I'm saying? You could get girls of her caliber, you know what I'm saying, in terms of a blanket, like just a blanket. Like me, I know I'm attractive. you know what I'm saying? But I still know it's caliber of women I can't get, even though I'm attractive, and even though they will consider me attractive. It's other denominators where I probably lack, where that's just where my value is at. Me and Quavo don't got the same value. We don't look the same, but we definitely don't got the same value. When women look at him, they see opportunity, you know what I'm saying, luxury, shit. Like when they see me, it's just, you know, average guy trying to figure it out. You know, it's just different. It's reality. You don't gotta be offended by it.
Off of what they deem is important. It could be income, but there's women that don't care about that. They care about the character, care about who you are as a heart, and they see value and potential in who you are.
Right, it's not all women.
Right. Well, you found someone that has grown with you, like Mia was saying, has grown with you, and where you are is where you are, and that's how it should be. But you got a lot of women, and again, this is not all, right? But there's a lot of people that want, but can't bring anything else to the table. And here's a harsh reality, right? Now, granted, some of Kevin Samuels' followers, he talks about a type of man that they don't even qualify. So you got a lot of men that don't have the courage to really talk to a woman, and maybe because they've been rejected and do things the right way. They're rallying behind Kevin Samuels, like, oh, he's a god. And now all of a sudden, over Twitter, now they're bashing women. I don't condone.
And that's one thing. I was in a like 2 Kevin Samuels like unofficial groups on Facebook, and I peeped that myself. I'm like, okay, Kevin Samuels, see, the same way like City Girls and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj have, you know, women who are not on their level, the Beyoncés, they're not on their level, they still empower them, that these individuals who are just regular people have inflated egos and pride to make them think they're on this level. So Kevin Samuels fans, some of them, absolutely, they do move like that, and it's kind of corny. It's very corny. I feel like you should not be talking, you know, in demeaning ways if you really not on your job either. Like, he flames a lot of dudes. Like in another video I did, it was a dude, he's a musician and an Uber driver. I'm like, bro, you gotta get what you can get with that, son. That don't sound too enticing, especially if musician, it's not a career until you make money off it. Till then, that's just a hobby, bro. I make music, it's a hobby. I ain't really make a single cent off my music, and I've been making music since high school, you feel me? And that's no slight to myself. That's, again, reality. I'm very based in reality. I'm a real person, man.
Because the majority of the people who are his fans, you don't even apply,
Now,
you don't qualify.
Here's something I do agree with. I just don't like the term qualify, because my father calls the unqualified. No, I'm just playing.
But it's not funny.
Like, you're not qualified for a person, as if somebody can't change. Maybe to not be ready, or to be growing and be moving and upgrading yourself to be able to take on a relationship of this status, if you choose to call it a status, is something that's happening. But to say you're unqualified for a person, well, maybe, like I said, it's just terminology. Maybe this is what it is.
Here's the thing.
Definitely terminology, bro.
Can
You
these people
tripping.
change?
Yes.
Okay, so no.
But if
here we go.
But
no.
Let her go.
But
Let
for
her
men,
go.
if you live at home with your parents, you can't sit here talking about women, or you're not good enough, this and that. But what do you have for yourself? If you're not good at work.
It's a lot of, look, and this just goes to show, because like, I'm not gonna sit and talk crazy like that. Okay, I'm not super ugly. There's a lot of women who did like me, and I knew they was on a way higher level than me, because this is not my first time living on my own. You feel me? I had my own crib like right out of high school, like 19, 20, but being young and dumb, I lost that, whatever. So now I got my own shit again, 2021. But 2019, I was back at my mom's crib, bro. Like, when I had my own spot, it felt good, you know what I'm saying? Like, my caliber of women definitely went up. Like, they like, he got his own crib, he got a good job, you know what I'm saying? I lost the job, lost the crib, back at my mom's house. These women still wanted to hang out, but like, my pockets ain't got it to impress them, you know what I'm saying? Shit was bad. So my value, myself, just my own self-worth, I lowered it, because I'm like, I'm not doing good, bro. I'm not, like, I don't like where I'm at type shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be realistic. Now, got my home, got a good job, got a good woman, she got a good job, future's looking bright, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My issue, right? And this is why I'm pissed right now. Because it's a situation where
I got me a woman that was on my level, You know what I'm saying? She was in college during COVID, so she came back home. That's when I met her. And we both was pretty much at our parents' crib. We both ain't rich, don't come from the tons of money, but we pulled each other up, bro. We pulled each other up. We've been in this crib damn near a year. We came in here January. It's October. You know what I'm saying? We ain't missed a rent payment yet, bro. Not late once, bro. And we pay electricity, Wi-Fi, all that. We do it together. Well, we do the rent and stuff together. Electricity, Wi-Fi, I cover that. Phone bills, I cover that. Because those is frivolous stuff. But the rent, we split that down the middle because we got this together. We both were at our parents' house. We both needed a place to do, so we elevated each other, and now it's easy. We put less than 50% of our salaries towards the house. Less than 50%. Like, by default, we doing 50-50, but income-wise, both of us is not using 50-50. We get to save so much. We went to Vegas twice, Puerto Rico, got us a crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be financially smart. I think I'm on another tangent.
This is what is the problem with people like him and people who think like him, right? Is the fact that you feel the need to quantify what you bring to the table because your character is trash.
Ma'am, if you require a man to provide, protect, why can't he go, what do you bring to the table? Cooking and cleaning is no longer a role. Like, who the fuck can't cook? Who can't clean, bro? Like, honestly, who can't do that? If you can't do that in your adult age, you don't need to be dating no one, bro. If you can't pay your own bills, clean your own crib, cook your own food, you need to go back to 3rd grade and relearn and prepare to become an adult because you're moving backwards. So in this day and age, the goal of a relationship is for both parties to make life easier. Combined incomes. You go from a 35K individual to now a 75K household. You know what I'm saying? When the rent is only taking 20K. Now y'all got 50K expendable money to do what y'all want to do. Invest.
Husband material. Because this is the thing. Let's look at 2 different types of dudes, right? Let's look at the dude who sleeps around with everybody, the thug life that she keeps having babies by, right? So let's talk about thug life. Let's talk about he live at home with his mama, right? He don't make no money except for what he make on the block. And he feels like he gets a certain kind of woman, right? A drug dealer can make $200,000 a year. So, are you telling me that he's the same quality and that he should go out and get a top-notch chick? Now,
this is what she living in a not reality. Was Lil' Kim, you know, the world-famous rapper, not married to a street dude? Is Nicki Minaj right now not married to a street dude? Cash Doll? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tons of successful women who go for the street niggas. So I'm not really following what she's saying. It's a contradiction. Like, that's not based on reality. Like, he absolutely goes for a higher caliber of woman because guess what? It's definitely a high level caliber of women, a specific group of them that like street dudes, and they go for the top street nigga. Like, what are you talking about here? You think she's gonna go to the soldier that worked for the nigga or the nigga who's running the block? Huh? What are you talking about?
Flip that the other way. You have a CEO that also makes $200,000 a year. He's still smashing everybody on his block. It's the character of building a relationship.
Yo, what? Character? Ma'am, that correlation made no sense. The correlation there is the income. Not the character. I'm like, a lot of these chicks be fucking these dudes because they want the opportunity. Some of them just be wanting to, like, academic and fresh and fit. Some of them just be wanting to do it, just to say they did it. So, another woman not living in reality.
So for you to tell me the most disgusting thing that he does is try to quantify somebody based on their past experiences. I'm so thankful that my value, first of all, let's talk about that. I don't care what you think.
Young, gifted, and black. She is not young at all. She has to be late 30s, early 40s.
You don't get to value me. The
If she's in her
value
20s,
that
that's
matters
sad.
to me is the value that God places on me and the value in how I value myself.
And that's what he says. They always use that God, gospel, faith shit after they already made a bunch of dumb choices in life. And now you expect somebody to just like overlook them. If you find that person, you find that person. But majority of people is not going to overlook that. That's a lot. Why pick somebody who has so much baggage? If it's a person right here with no baggage, ready to build. I don't know.
Don't know that though, man. People don't know that. They look to him because I've seen clips, right? And one of the first things people ask me, like, what do you rate me? And he'll be like, all right, well, how many kids do you have? How old are you? And then how much do you weigh?
It's backwards. When they say, will you rate me 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, that's based solely on looks, preferably without makeup naturally. What are you talking about, bro? Your height, your weight, that's two, 3 different other numbers, bro. Come on, G.
Absolutely right. And this is why he's disgusting, because you're feeding into and your
Disgusting
audience is
language.
built on people that you're educated enough to know
'Cause he
do
doesn't ask
not
questions like,
have
about what's your morals.
self-value. You prey on people and build your business on people who do not have self-esteem. This is why you're popular, because a woman like me, a real
But they all get up there and they're very prideful, very egotistical, looking like just little scared little girls who can't answer no questions. No, they get up there, they talk they shit, bro. And if he gotta slay him, he slay him. What are you talking about? You can tell. You can tell when somebody doesn't watch. He watches. Dude in the middle, he watches. These two don't watch at all because, you know, look at her. Why would she want to watch that? Something that's going to remind her of reality.
don't give two craps about what Kevin says my value is.
Okay, but where's the same energy with all these videos with women bash men? Happens all the time.
And you know what? For me, they get the same energy. They get the absolute
Who are the
same
women?
energy.
Who are these women that's bashing? I don't.
Talk shows, men. I mean,
So, like, the
all
View,
the songs, all the songs,
Reels,
Ain't One No
songs,
Scrubs, all these different
The
things.
Instagram groups,
Oh, but that's
Twitter
music, but
groups.
we start
Like,
talking
come on,
about,
bro.
like,
It's
I
like
don't wanna
niggas play
talk
blind.
like
Like,
that.
how y'all
Kevin
not seeing
Samuels
this?
ain't
I see
putting
it on
out
my
no
TikTok every
albums,
day.
Bro, he's out here calling himself
So-
a life coach, like as in, i.e., I'm going to help.
He don't call himself a life coach. He calls himself an image consultant. And I guess people call him a life coach. But I swear I never saw him say that.
Get
He literally
your
says, I'm not a life coach. I'm not a therapist.
better and
That's
on
true.
track. You're not coming off to people.
I don't want no scrubs. It's just a personal.
Yeah, you're not coming off to people like you entertainment value. You're coming off to people and calling yourself an expert on this is the reason why you are why. This is
Is
the
there
type of
anything he
man
is an
you
expert
can
at?
get. I know women who have 4 children from 3 different baby daddies, and God sent them a husband that was 7 figures and changed their life because of the person that they were on the inside. You can be 300 pounds, you could be 38, 24, 36, and be a trash human being, and that's why you got Tyrone from around the block and all of that.
So is
You-
it? So let me
I
ask you
have
this: Is it the things that you believe about yourself that causes you to get these things? Because a lot of times, you know, Cat Williams had a joke and be like, "Well, maybe you just attracting ain't." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he said
that's
it
your
in a
HVM.
way that you just keep doing it. The reason why she got 3 baby daddies and they all are incarcerated is because that's just what she attracts. But maybe she's trying to learn from somebody like a Kevin Samuels to find somebody who is different. And can he or does he give good perspective on how she can change herself in doing that, or does he just beat her down?
That's my whole.
Somebody who watches it.
The reality is, if you have,
Do you watch it, Lumia? Have you seen?
I have had people send me
I've
that.
watched, and it's
You
not
watch.
all.
You
it's-
tune in. He comes on at Wednesday, 2
don't-
o'clock, and you be like, all right, let me see what
Well,
Kate's
no,
X is
I
talking
watch. I watch this up. There's a lot of things he agrees, but to sit here and say that Kevin doesn't make any valid points is false. The harsh reality, right? Because I live in the real world. This is not a feelings world. A lot of what he says, like the delivery's off. But you talked about, you said you know someone that has 4 kids by 18 baby daddies or whatever it is that you said. They were able to. They found somebody who was a millionaire and all that. That's a rare instance. Men typically, when they look at women with kids versus women with not, which do you think they're gonna view as more
Now,
valuable?
here's the thing. I kind of agree with that, right? I never went to Foot Locker and bought used pair of shoes. I want.
You're used because you loved somebody and cared about them and thought that they were your future and they chose different, or it didn't work out, so that makes you used.
So
definitely
it's up to
been
the
on
next
the
person. Like they gotta come make shit better for you now. Like maybe they don't want that. It's not that you're used or like finished, but it's like I don't want that. It's as simple as that. I don't want that. There's tons of people who want that. Let who want that. Hopefully you want them. But 9 times out of 10, these women are so indecisive in picking men.
I'm not trying to downplay it, just all women
But
use
I
shoes.
just want
Let me
to
not
ask
get in
the
trouble
question
here
answered.
today. But what I am saying is that there is something to where I can grow. If you have all the experience and I have none of the experience, typically I can't grow with you. I am in class when I'm with you, and people like to grow together. I want my children.
Not successful women because a phrase like hypergamy wouldn't exist. Women don't typically want to build and grow with a dude. They pretty much want to come in once everything is established, she's successful. Pretty much change their life. They're not trying to build or nothing. Right. So that's cap.
To wait for marriage to do a lot of things.
I'm like, what's the
Because if
opposite
they
of hypergamy?
don't,
I
and they
never
do
even
it, then
heard of
people
it.
will feel like
I'm pretty sure it's a
you
word,
have
but
been
never heard of it.
even the word tainted. That doesn't mean ruined. That doesn't mean unusable. That doesn't mean
Right.
unable to grow. That doesn't mean unable to succeed. It just means
What these women don't understand is they call in with these crazy backstories and then wondering why LeBron James is not married to them. You know what I'm trying to say? So they said she got 3 babies, 3 baby daddies, all gangbangers, all in jail. But now she want a man to come marry her. Why they not coming to marry her? Why is Anthony Davis not here proposing to her on his knees? Because they don't want that. Men tell women, yo, we don't want that. We don't like that. Women, how can you not like that? When they go, oh, they don't like shrimps. They don't like short dudes. They don't like chubby dudes. They don't like bald dudes. Niggas just take that L, son. Niggas just gotta take that L, bro. You don't get to sit here, what if I'm losing my hair from cancer? Or what if I'm losing my hair? Or maybe I got a group to fix. Don't care. Women don't go, oh, you're right, let us not be so shallow. No, they don't give a fuck, bro. That's not what I want. I don't care about your explanation or your excuse, your justification. It's not what I want, so I'm not going for that. But if men say the same shit, it's a problem. You hate women, you're disgusting, you're dirty, you know what I'm saying?
not as you've been skewed in some way by something that has happened in your life.
This joint is 30 minutes. I'm gonna
By
tap out at 20.
by that notion, people will typically want somebody who hasn't been kind of men, and I'll speak for men, don't typically want somebody who's been kind of ran through the system.
Oh my God.
And what's wrong with that?
Just because
That's the
I
truth.
have babies.
Yeah, but it doesn't
somebody
mean that
else
you're a
doesn't
bad
make
person.
me
Yeah.
ran through.
No, but it doesn't make you a bad
that's-
person.
what
They
you're
get
saying,
stuck
that's
on the
crazy.
terms.
But
They
what
get
it
stuck on
does
the
mean
words.
is that it gives me a choice where I would normally have to make that choice if that wasn't the case. But that also goes for men too, because men is out here.
Thank you. That's my point.
I'm
let me ask you this.
But that exactly, ma'am. That's y'all choice. If y'all want the dude who's pounding all the chicks, that's your choice. You can do that. Don't come crying later because he's still fucking bitches and shit. Like, you knew what you was getting into. Women get into situations knowing what it is, expecting change, instead of accepting reality and for what it is. It is what it is.
With it.
In all the Kevin Samuels things and he talks about your values,
Is he
right?
not a man?
Oh my
Because
God,
let's
he's
keep
hard
it-
as
Because
all
let's
his
keep it
content
high.
for the first couple of years was all men. If you think he was brutal toward women, he was even worse towards men.
So
has
he's
all his-
telling men to get their lives together.
Oh my God!
Become
Harsh.
so he's telling. So let
Well,
me
men
ask
are more accustomed to blunt honesty. With some women, that's a hard pill.
This
That's
is
a
a
hard
true
pill to
fact, too.
swallow. We are
It's a
accustomed
fact.
to being
I could
berated.
take that. Nigga, you tell me, yo, bro, you looking a little sloppy, son. You gotta hit the gym, B. You looking crazy out here, dog. But you know, man, we gonna joke. We gonna tell you jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you eating them Big Macs, boy? You eating a couple Big Macs over there, son. You getting big. You eating them sandwiches. Or if you looking real skinny, yo, bro, you need to eat. Yo, get this nigga a sandwich. This nigga need a soup. Get this boy a soup or something, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna joke about it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. If he doing bad, like his pockets is bad, like your man's, he gonna holler at you. Cause 9 times out of 10, if he a man, you probably gonna holler at him. And y'all gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, brainstorm, figure something out. Son. So it's just like, men could take brutal honesty, bro. You could take it. You could take it. Like you could some.
This and that, and we move
All right, so
on.
here's my
But
question.
women don't like
Here's my
women
question.
too, Gary.
What is Kevin Samuel? And I'm asking this to you too. You guys watch Kevin Samuel?
Yo, no cap, they top 5 keep cutting him off because he's making too much sense. And they just wanted to slander Kevin Samuels. I guess this is a new show. They don't got really no views, no subscribers. They got more than me though, but just saying, they look like they're a brand new channel.
Please let us know what you think about it. What is his track record? What is his like? How many testimonials does he have coming back? What's his
He do
website
have
saying? I
testimonials.
talked to Kevin Samuels and my life changed.
There's a lot of those. Believe it or not, there's a lot. There's a lot of
please
them.
send them to me,
They're
because
married.
Here's what I don't see. Once again, I don't watch it to the T. It's not like I
Exactly. So
yeah,
how
it's
can you have an
but-
opinion on it,
I mean,
guys?
we all got
That's what's
business,
wrong
but
with
we all
this
watch
world.
our choices for
Motherfuckers don't be
entertainment. I
knowing
don't
what they
choose to let
talking
him
about, but got an
entertain me.
opinion
And
on
I do
it.
think it's entertainment
It is.
more so than it is helping. He's Dr. Oz in a way. Like, yeah, okay, you Dr. Oz, maybe you know a few things, but
Well, Dr. Oz,
Alright,
or
bro.
Dr. Phil,
I don't wanna take this
Oprah,
medical
Ricky
advice
Lake,
from you.
Montel.
But
Come
I
on.
want to know how many people he's helped. I want to
All
know
the
how many
shows,
people he's
who
changed.
else?
You said he started by bashing or helping or help uplifting men.
Geraldo.
Most
Where are
of his
those men
content-
at?
Donahue,
Are they the women that
all
are they
pro
the
women.
men that now these women are shopping for
Tyra.
on market?
Wendy.
Because people do need to change. Sometimes if you're in a bad situation, you do need to change. You do need to get a
Come on,
uplifting
stop me when I
of
name
what
a
you
show
can
that's
do with your
dedicated
life.
to men.
You do
Talk
need
show.
sometimes a harsh
Stop it.
lashing about what is going on in your life and be like, look, sis, you saying
Steve
you want
Harvey.
this, but you're not dressed for this. You're not dressed for the part.
Monique,
You
when she had a
are
talk
in
show.
a whole different, and I don't mean actual like attire. I mean your mind is just not ready for you to. Like, don't put the application in because your resume doesn't say you need this job or you are ready to attain the man that you're asking for, or ready to attain the woman that you're asking for, or the lifestyle that you're asking for. And I get that. I understand that. It's just the blatant. Because you don't have a thin waist, and because you are at this age, you're out of the market. Don't nobody want you no more. Because you got a child.
See, but that's you getting stuck there instead of going, okay, you want this specific individual, but do you care about what this individual wants? You keep talking about how he's saying this. If the person you want don't want you, you can't argue them into wanting you, bro. Men don't get to do that. I can't hit up Tiana Taylor and argue her into a relationship on why she need to fuck with me. I can't do that. That's harassment, bro. I can't do that. So why do women feel like if a nigga don't like the nigga you want, don't like what you got going on, why you feel like you gotta argue him down to like you, bro?
I want you no more. Because
But that's not what he's saying, though.
he
Thank
kind
you.
of does, though.
No, but no.
What
Coming
the,
from
but you
someone who
never
actually-
seen the show. You just admitted to never seen the show, but now you quoting Cornball.
I did not
Ugly.
watch the clip that
No,
somebody
he
said.
Ew.
absolutely
No,
has
no,
said
no,
that.
But that's how we-
no,
but that's how we intake,
no.
right?
But all
We
if you were to literally
Next
just
week
watch,
I will have
yes.
the clip for you where he
Look, they're
actually
not even letting
told
some
old
talk. He
girl
regretting being on this show with these people.
that if she want this kind of man,
It's
she
gonna be
need to
ignorant.
lose weight, she need to do this, she need to
And
do
what
that.
and what type of man did she say that she want? And in that but did she put
That
down
might apply.
did she put down men that she didn't deem as high value in the process? See, the problem is with
But okay, well, time out. So here's another thing. I think that there is an amazing plumber out there that's extremely high value. I think there's a guy who is a garbage man. It's extremely high value.
Sure.
He has a great, financial plan for his
But you can play dumb, like those, like I said before, those are the ones who own businesses, you know what I'm saying? The ones who's getting the big contracts to come do these big jobs. Not just the average worker that you just see taking the train or the bus to work. Stop playing.
He has stuff set up for his children, and just because he come home smelling like everybody's trash can every day does not make him high value.
But that's his point. That's the point.
Is that his point?
That is his point. His point is, like I said, his point is
Exactly.
that we all see value in each other. But a lot of times, and this is not all women. I want to be clear. This is not all women. But everyone, I want a guy.
It's like, what is wrong with the average dude? You see no worth in him. But then they sit here and argue about how do these successful men not see worth in just average women? How you don't see the... That's why I said this whole shit just be contradiction and hypocrisy, bro.
To make six figures, if you don't do this, because my lifestyle, then I'm not going to be with them. But what about the one that makes 90 and 80 and 70? They're not good enough? Good nature, God.
Time out. Is this his argument?
Yes, that has been his argument.
Now look, he's having a whole change. Watch the clips, bro. As a man, you will understand. He's saying a dude like you, no clout, no fame, no nothing, you just trying to do your thing, is still value in you. Why can't a woman who's on your level, like a woman sitting across from you, see worth in you? She'll only see worth in Steve Harvey, his talk show, because it's so big, the production, he gets a lot of money. But you sit right across from her, she'll see no value in you. So then he knocked them back to earth. Like, you want this, but you this. So you can't get that, because that's what they do.
For it. And then they explain, and then they say, I want this, I want A through Z. And he asked, okay, understood. Now, to get this type of person that has A through Z, right, because not everyone has A through Z, what are the things...
So he's giving blueprints on how to get people hold on. So what are the qualities you feel you have that warrants that, right? Because the competition is fierce, right? Because the reality is, as women get older, they are competing with younger women.
Listen.
Right? Men, as we get older...
She already ready to react, not listening.
Not competing with younger men.
Because she's probably an old single mother.
It's
There's
different.
some truth to that.
Is it fair? No, I'm not saying that it's fair, but it's the reality. The harsh reality is, whether we like it or not, there are more women in the world than men, and because of that, men realize that, and they take advantage of that. I'm not saying. Look, let me be clear. I'm not saying that it's fair, and I'm not saying that at all. I'm just looking at the reality.
Yeah, but because you watch it and you say that there are other things, because we talked about it earlier,
He just brings a lot.
The things that go viral are the negativity, the
of course,
clips, and so on and so forth. But if you watch it and there's something deeper that's happening there that we're not getting from the clips.
But look at someone like Floyd Mayweather. He's been criticized. Everyone tunes in to watch. It's the drama, the things he's doing outside of boxing.
So you think he's selling
if he was a God-fearing black man, people would be paying nearly as attention. He has capitalized that and recognized the reality. He has capitalized. Kevin Samuels is doing the exact same thing. He's doing the same thing.
So this is the issue with that.
The haters watch.
So let me ask you this
more than
question: do you think he's trying to advertise a product so we can be pulled in, so we can actually get the gems?
I feel like Kevin
Samuel
is the one. He went viral because of the conversation he had with a woman. No, I'm not putting him in that type of category. But he is the one that is actually being blunt and holding people accountable. Like I said, women hold men accountable all the time and say this, that, and this, and we take it. Now there's somebody that's giving women a taste of their own medicine. They don't like it. He's too harsh, or he's gay. He's different things. Now look, he's not perfect, right? He's not the godsend end all, and I'm not saying that. But he is bringing things to the discussion that we got to look at, even in our own community, because he cares about the black community and how divided we are versus other ethnicities. So it's always gay, this is and that, but it's a divide in general between no, not that I know him personally, but no. But there's a divide between black women and black men. They think, the successful black men, they can't handle black women because they're dating other ethnicities. Okay. Like it goes deeper than just that.
All right, Lamia, what you gotta say? If we gonna cut this out,
because
we getting hype.
We can go. We
getting hype.
This is what I have to say.
We getting hype.
It's a real conversation.
This is what I have to say, because I swear he said Lamia. Okay, so this is what I have to say about that, Queen. No one in the world has the right to assign you a value based on your past experiences and based on who you are. If he tells you,
So she's willing to fuck with a crackhead that has AIDS. She's willing to. Not saying like you had a terrible past or something, but for the specific individuals who lived a pretty wild lifestyle. This is a man who lived a pretty wild lifestyle, did all types of crazy, bogus. Like, that's the man you're gonna say, I'll marry him and have children by him. Like, okay. Because the past means nothing. Like, look at the something simple like in relationship. Of course, this doesn't happen frequently, but you can see sometimes when people get into relationships with people they really don't know, like they don't know their whole history. You know what I'm saying? This was a little scarier dating in your 30s or 40s. People had 20 plus years behind them of whatever the hell they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be people who still in identifications. You'll be end up dating somebody, they're not even being 100% with you. They got a whole new person, a new personal everything. They got new, they could be a criminal, you know what I'm saying, stealing people's information. They date people, get into serious relationships, then steal their information, clean out their bank accounts. Like, it'd be crazy stuff like that. That's why it's important to know who you with. Don't just go, okay, you're here right now, you look good, let's be together. And then boom, you don't even realize you just invited a freaking child abuser into your home because you didn't care about their past. They got a decorated criminal history, but you don't care about the past. It's like that doesn't determine nothing. You'll date a child molester. You'll do that because the past means nothing. It doesn't determine you. Crazy thinking, man.
And there are certain type of things that you have to realize. You have to realize that with those men, with the 7 figures and all of the things that these very shallow women are asking for, there is other consequences of that. There are things and pieces of yourself that you're going to give apart. So don't think that you're missing out on something. Secondly, the person who is meant for you is going to see your value and your worth. And this guy right here doesn't know his own value and worth. Otherwise, he wouldn't be peddling bad advice to people he don't know.
She was doing good till she just went left.
That could potentially affect the rest of his life. And look, Kevin Samuels, I don't know you, sir. I have a general problem with people who do what you do, which is to speak very shallow and very complacently on an issue that is very complex.
Wow.
Because there are women in the world.
There's some people in the world who just don't got terrible passes, you know what I'm saying, who don't got no trauma, grew up around good families, never been abused, never been arrested, never did nothing crazy. Like, I hate to break it to you, but those people exist because I'm one of them. I don't got no traumatic childhood stories, no none of that, bro. Every single one of my family members, uncle, aunt, pops, brother, cousin, no one ever put me in harm's way, did anything crazy. No adult I ever came across as a child did anything crazy. Even now, I can't speak for the future, of course, but to this point, no one has. Did some wild, crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? So,
who have not had...
Some people just be traumatized, been through a lot in life, and that's cool. But you gotta also understand, there's some people who didn't. So why I gotta super understand your trauma and your pain and shit? You can't even understand my point of view of a person who's not traumatic. It's like, I can't understand you, you can't understand me.
Relationships modeled to them. It's very obvious to me by the way that you talk that you haven't had good relationships modeled to you. To the fact that you have to quantify what people mean to each other. When my husband and I got married, he made less than $15,000 a year. And baby, let me tell you something. When I tell you that man takes care of me and I want for nothing.
But you got a job, lady.
It's because I saw value in him, even though it wasn't tangible.
I don't see no ring on her finger.
So if anything, yourself, and nobody else can determine that but you.
That was a nice opening.
There's no ring on her finger.
Can determine that
so,
but you.
Are you married or
that
not?
was a nice opening. So I'm gonna say in closing, I actually agreed with everything that.
Closing arguments?
No, I agree with what she just said, but such as yourself.
But you know what my issue is with that, and then we'll very. I do not.
She has no wedding band on her hand.
But you don't know them enough inwardly.
No.
So all you can do is attack them.
I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube stuff, man. Man, what a reaction. It's 10 in the morning. That was a good little video. I'm about to get up out of here. I ain't going to sleep. I'll probably get another couple videos in. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to do this YouTube thing, man. Peace, love.